Okay, video part 2. Nikki, beach with my babies. I was just talking about things that it helps, stripping the drains, all right? Show you everything in a pretty second. I showed you my toilet seat, but it's been great. Okay, food supplements and medications that have been invaluable, all right? A lot of people fear the first BM, the bowel movement. I'm going to talk a little bit about poop for a second. So if you're poop sensitive, this isn't the video for you. Fast forward till you see my tummy, because I know people are interested in my tummy. I did not poop for 4 days. Started to freak out. Started to feel an amazing amount of pressure inside my stomach. Obviously, because I had 4 days of poop inside me. So I religiously, from the moment I got into the hospital, was taking a prescription stool softener. Okay, it's Ducalase, I think. Take it twice a day. Taking that. I was also encouraged to eat fiber. So every morning, food has been really interesting. A lot of people talk about, in fact, Kelawanda in one of her videos, hi Kelawanda, she was talking about increased restriction on the gastric sleeve when you have this procedure. I agree with her. I've found that my eating, I've not really wanted to eat a lot. I've not really wanted to drink a lot. Obviously, you need to eat and drink in order to heal, so that's not an option. Certain foods have sounded good to me. Loaded oatmeal has always sounded good to me. It was the first thing I started. I craved hamburgers and oatmeal when I was in the hospital. So obviously my first thing I ate solid was a hamburger. Might not have been the best choice, but it was heaven, and I ate like a quarter of it, and I was super happy. The other thing that I was eating was my oatmeal. Oatmeal with raisins and brown sugar and milk and some almonds. And then my husband got me Chia Fresh Daily Fiber. It's it's ground chia seed. It tastes actually kind of like sunflower seeds. You can kind of see it's just like mealy. Just put a tablespoon in my oatmeal every morning. It's got, for the tablespoon, it's got about 6 grams of fiber. So that would add to the fiber in the oatmeal as well as in the almonds as well as in the raisins. I was eating that. So I would have my fiber. Some doctors advise against fiber. My doctor encouraged adding either prune juice or wheat germ. I'm allergic to wheat, and I didn't want to take juice in because juice can cause some dumping syndrome with my sleeve. So I used the Chia Fresh with my oatmeal, and it worked great. Around day 4, I started freaking out because I still hadn't gone to the bathroom, and I feared, after having my gastric sleeve and 2 C-sections, I have felt the pain of post-op constipation, and it is not a pretty place to be. So I trusted on my old friend Miralax. Now, Miralax can be addictive if you use it too much. So it has a no maximum of 7 days. You got to follow that because your intestines become addicted to Miralax and its relaxing properties. And if you OD on it, your body becomes dependent on using it in order to make a poop, and that is not what you want. So for 2 days, I added this into my coffee. You can't taste it at all. Do a capful, and I did it in my morning coffee for 2 days. By the end of day 2, I had my first bowel movement with this. So it wasn't painful. It wasn't awful. It was actually very pleasant. It was a very pleasant poop. I've been down the road of the post-op horror stories of the pain associated with the first poop. I didn't have any problems. So I feel like that was a good combination. The Ducalax stool softener, the Miralax for just a couple of days. Around day 4, if you haven't pooped by day 4, you should start using the Miralax because by day 5, that's a little too much pressure in there. Trust me. My first BM, here again, a little too much information, was not very large, but it was, it was BM. The next day, that was the purge, and felt a lot better after that. So it just kind of got things moving, that combination of things. Thought I'd share that. Water has sounded awful. I haven't been wanting to drink water. So what I've been drinking a lot is decaffeinated green tea. This is from Fresh and Easy. It's a big box. You can also get Lipton, makes a decaf green tea in bulk that you can get at Target. And then you can get fancier brands, obviously, of decaf green tea, organic fancier brands, if that's what you wish. I've been drinking this probably 2 to 3 cups a day on top of my water. I find that it's bitter and it tastes delicious like tea. The other tea that I've been drinking, which tastes very much like the Starbucks hibiscus tea, is this Tropical Crimson tea by Rishi. It's a little more expensive. It tastes just like the red tea from Starbucks. So people have been generous in bringing me my venti, unsweetened, hibiscus tea or my passion tea from Starbucks. When I want to make it myself, I make this. That also has just a different flavor. It's hydrating. I've been drinking a lot. Drinking fluids. I've probably been putting back 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. That's really all I want to do. It sounds weird to be so bloated and to be drinking so much water, but I found that helps to flush me out a lot. As far as food, I've been trying to eat pretty low sodium. When I do have salt, when we cook and anything, we put this Celtic sea salt. My former trainer, Abby, is also a nutritionist and very avid into using nutritional healing, and she swears by Celtic salt. Apparently, it's the same mineral traces as your body. It's exactly the same as your sweat. It doesn't cause you to bloat. It actually causes you to debloat, and I have found that to be the case. I haven't been bloated. I've just been on the process of debloating consistently. So my bloat's gone down a lot. And a little goes a long way with this stuff. So this is Celtic sea salt. This is the cheapest that I can find it. I get it at Whole Foods. I think it's $5 for this jar. So, but a little goes a long way. It's been great. Other things, supplements. I ordered from a plastic surgery, reconstructive surgery website called Make Me Heal. I ordered their vitamins and supplement kit. It's post-op. You take 2 packs a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. I don't know if it's been working or not, but I certainly have been healing quickly. So whether it's my working out, which could be part of it, whether it's my constant movement and my trying to lay flat, that's been part of it, or it's been this, whatever, the combination's been working. So I've appreciated this, and I've got a 30-day supply of it. I'll probably let it lapse after the 30 days, and then if I start to bloat up or I find that actually has been more instrumental than I realize, I will order it again and do another 30-day supply of it. Lastly, something else that's been invaluable that sounds kind of funny. All I've been wanting to eat are peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or hamburgers. Yeah, really nutritious, right? But my husband, I love animal crackers, and so these 365 Whole Foods brand animal cookies, every time I take any medicine, I eat either some graham crackers or I eat some animal crackers because I found taking vitamins, obviously, and medicine on an empty stomach causes me to want to bleh. So my nausea has been, like I said, very well managed, and that's been the case. So those are kind of all my tricks of the trade. And so let me show you my stomach, and hopefully this stuff will help you. If you're thinking about doing this surgery, obviously everybody's different. Everybody has a different way of approaching things, but I can attest that what I've been doing really has been working really well for me, and I hope that some of this information can be helpful and save people some pain and some time and recovery. So my surgical scars, I will show you, and I'll show you the drains too. So if you don't like drains, if you don't like yucky stuff, just turn me off right now. All right, so, all right, okay, first of all, I should say, this is the first day that I've been wearing makeup, fancy pants. Okay, yesterday I wore makeup too, so fancy pants, makeup now. I haven't had the will or the way to put on makeup up till now. I'm also wearing a bra. This is also an important thing to note because that has not been in my repertoire for the past week and a half. So this is just showing you that I feel a lot better. All right, so what's going on here? Here's my drains. What I've got on here, it's actually, this is the belt my pain pump came with. It's a buckle, okay? You can buckle it like this. I've been wearing it around my neck up until 2 days ago. And I've been safety pinning all of my drains along the side here. That is super helpful. I'm going to just tell you that right now. If you've got drains, my doctor recommend, a fanny pack at this point is good because you can hold your drains in a fanny pack. It doesn't hit any of your incisions because your incisions are not at your natural waist, but obviously you want to be pretty well healed before you start wearing anything like that could possibly hit your incisions. The other thing that my doctor said that was a great piece of advice, I had this for my pain pump, so I just use this constantly around my neck, but borrowing an old tie of your boyfriend or your husband's or getting one at the thrift store and laundering it, and then using it, make a loop with a tie, safety pin all the stuff to the tie is great. It keeps it all in one place. You can tie it places when you need, like when I'm showering, I tie it off to the side. I keep it around my neck. It doesn't tug or pull on anything. It works really great. So this has been fantastic. Okay, that's the last tool. Okay, I'm going to put my pain pump here. Now I'm going to show you what I can. I'm going to tuck this in here. Now these scars right here, I'm going to tuck this into my bra. These are the sutures from my pain pump being sutured to me that I've told you about. Here's my belly button. The scab just came off in the shower. It's a little bit red. I've been tending to that pretty well. Now I'm going to ease the skirt down. I'm not going to show anything too low. Now remember, I've got Dermabond, so the scar is going to look a lot worse than it actually is because the Dermabond glued the blood and everything when they Dermabond me. So I'm going to tuck this in here, my modest little crop top here that I'm doing. But this way you guys can see. Okay, so here's my belly. Hopefully I'm going to try to get these scars to go away. This is actually an old scar from when I got my sleeve. But you can see this is the skin. The skin was actually up here before. Okay. I've got my incision going around. I'm still swollen right here, as you can tell. There's a little bit of swelling right there. And then here is my back side. And I'll lower this right about there. My butt crack's right about here, to give you an idea. Okay, so I'm not showing you... Oh, I guess not anymore, huh? That's the start of it. But you can see there's the incision on my back. There's that. Okay, all the way around to my front. Now these drains go into my sides, like here and here. They're not, it's not in my pubic area, it's right above it, but this is as low as you're getting here, YouTube. But this is my scar. So hopefully, once all the Dermabond comes off, in areas it's starting to come off, and the scar is actually pretty small. It looks a little more gruesome because the Dermabond holds the blood. Like I said, I will undo that. So that's my scar. As you can see, I use my arms to lower myself down. As far as standing up straight, let's see if I can show you how well I stand up. Now, I still move very slowly. Okay. However, I've been sitting for a little bit. So this is about as straight as I stand, right? I'm still a little hunched over. Perfectly straight would be slightly different, a little slightly different than this. But I'm not there yet. Sorry, my drains were pulling a little bit, so I'm adjusting that. So I'm almost straight. But my hips, as you can see, I'm upright, I'm walking around. I'm now well into my 60s, my late 60s, possibly a little pre-osteoporosis 60s. Started off at 98 when I got out of the hospital. Last week I looked like a successful 78-year-old with speed and mobility, and I've now graduated into my later 60s with slightly signs of my osteoporosis. So I'm looking forward to being not being close to 30 again pretty soon. So anyway, that is it. That hopefully will help some of you guys get you a better understanding. Everyone heals different rates. Everyone's body bounces back at different points. This is by no means average. This is just my journey. And as long as you listen to your body and you respect your body and you do the things that you know that you need to do to make you heal as fast as you can, then you're having a successful journey. So thank you very much for watching, and once the Dermabond and things start coming off and once my drains are removed, I will show you another update of my tummy. But that's my tummy close to 2 weeks out. Talk to you soon.